Hey everybody, I'm in my garage workshop right now. I just want to show you something real quick. So you guys have seen the wooden display cases that I build to put my locomotives in. And I've been building those for years. And in fact, I'm building a new one right here that'll be ready soon. But one of the shortcomings of these is that they've never had the grooves in the shells for the wheels. So the trains just kind of sit on the wood and there's no grooves where the rails would be. Well, that is changing. I finally bought a routing table. So this is the routing table we got. It's the Bosch portable worksite routing table, and it cost 150 bucks. And I got the portable one just because I don't have room in the workshop for a full-time permanent routing setup. So this will work just fine. And it came today and we started working with it. And so this is our first sort of working test. And got the grooves in the wood and it's working well. So, you know, this is a little rough. It's not quite as polished as it'll be on the finished one. I've got a few more of these under my belt, but it actually does work. And so I'm really encouraged by this. And that means that all future wooden display cases that I make will have the grooves in the wood for the wheels. Oh, and by the way, the Band-Aids on my thumb, those are not from the router. Those are from a separate incident. I'm very clumsy. I cut myself probably at least once a day. Anyway, the reason I'm motivated to do this now is because I'm in the process of planning and building a new room down there in the basement where the layout is. There's a small room down there that many of you have never seen that I used to call my train office, that had a little workbench and a bunch of containers for train parts. And it was never very useful. It was extremely messy all the time, basically just a big dumping ground for random train stuff. And so I recently cleaned that out and moved it elsewhere. And that little room, it's about a 5x5 room. It's not very big, but that's going to be converted into what I call the train vault, where it's going to be ceiling to floor train cases on every wall. And that's what this is going towards. It's going to be all wooden display cases with the grooves in the wood. So really happy about that. And, you know, if you're a Patreon supporter, you've already seen this room that I'm talking about, the train vault and the work in progress. But if you're a regular viewer, well, I'll do a video on it later on and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's a pretty cool project. I've been pretty excited about it. And we're about to start building the cases. And so I needed to learn how to put the grooves in the wood. And by the way, I've never used a router before. This is my first time. And so this is a learning experience. And so if some of you are looking at that saying, that doesn't look very good, well, that's because that's literally like the second piece of wood I've ever cut with a router. So yeah, I'll get better at it, but yeah, very excited about putting grooves in the wood. And I'm especially excited about the upcoming train vault, which I will show you in a future video. So anyway, that's it.